Hello ladies and gentlemen, in today's video we're going to talk about a few leaks, not the most reliable, but I think they have some reliability at least, like they've gotten a few things right, so it's at least interesting to talk about, and a little more information on the ZZZ collab, right? So let's get into the ZZZ thing first. It was covered in the last stream that in HSR they will also be getting ZZZ characters eventually, and they specified we'll have a few friends joining us on our journey, which adds further credit to the previous leak we've gotten that we would get Ellen and Astra instead of only one, similar to how seemingly ZZZ is only getting one of our characters, and it's Robin. So it's much more likely now that that leak about Ellen and Astra Yao coming to HSR in the ZZZ collab is that much more real. Now, aside from this, we have some actual leaks that don't have to do anything official, and they actually go into some of the next version stuff, which is interesting, right? As you guys know, since version 3, this game has made it basically a norm. Every time a new version comes out, there's probably going to be a new path. In version 3, Remembrance. Version 4, Elation, and in version 5, I believe like a couple months ago, it was actually leaked that we'd be getting Finality, right? So it says here that according to this anonymous leaker who has gotten a few things right, like these people have made sure that he's gotten some things right before, and it's not just a bunch of hoopla. Nihilux will have a gotcha animation, which I don't think we really needed this information. Every main push gets a gotcha animation now anyways. But what's important here is Firefly and Kafka are both Finality characters in version 5. So the Firefly lovers, you guys are really eating, right? You guys got the Nova, you guys got Dahlia, the reworked Eidolons in E2 that makes her a lot stronger, and now you get Firefly SP in version 5 as well. Firefly has been going on a run, I'd say, for like 2 years, if we, assume that Firefly, let's say, is in like 5.4 or something like that. And then the other information here is that Kafka SP is actually the anniversary character. Now, I just want to say one thing. Take this with a grain of salt. We all remember what happened the last time we thought we knew this character is going to be the anniversary character, and then they weren't, and it led to a bunch of, heated debating and arguments against Silverwolf fans and Evanescence fans. It is completely possible that Kafka could get replaced as the anniversary main push for someone else, but that's just the information that this person is giving us, right? So that is some pretty juicy info, a little more insight into the characters that we'll be releasing in version 5, and also what path it is that they will be. The other tidbit of information that we recently got was just from Seal, saying that the upcoming next HSR beta should be in around 10 to 11 days from now. So Pearl beta is a little over 2 weeks from now, not that far at all. And this is going to help a lot of people actually, get to know if is pulling Hyacine as a sustain on my account worth it over Pearl. How good is Pearl for Elation teams? Does she really synergize outside of Elation teams? We're finally going to be able to see all this discussion is finally going to end, and we'll also be able to see how good Pearl is for these Elation teams exactly. And then after that, the only question mark really is Nihilux, right? Because Nihilux is currently being hyped like absolutely crazy, which, now that I think about it, I do believe that I've almost forgotten to mention this leak I almost forgot in this video, right? But I posted it on my community posts. This leak says that Nihilux will change her image and her model. Now, if you do not like story spoilers, I'd recommend that you mute me for the next 5 seconds after I finish counting down to 3. Okay? Just a heavy recommendation here. I don't like spoiling people on the story in this game. So, 1, 2, 3. Nihilux will be playable as the Eon of Elation. So, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. That's the first one in the history of the game, I believe. Nihilux's new image should be similar to the one that appeared in Silverwolf's clip in her trailer, with a design aesthetic similar to Queen of Hearts' Alice in the Wonderland. If I remember correctly, this is like the same type of aesthetic kinda that Sparksy also had. However, it's mentioned here, this might be an L for some people out there, that she will not have glasses in her playable model. So, I've actually seen some people commenting under my community post. They think this is a bit of an L despite how cool it sounds, because they wanted a character who had glasses to be playable, because they're quite rare in this game. But it's seeming like it's completely possible that maybe she just does not have glasses. And the good news is this leak is significantly more reliable than that anonymous leaker, because this is actually from Full Stop Chan, right? This person has a incredibly good track record with basically everything that they say, and I believe they were even like the first ones to come out, or one of the first ones who are incredibly reliable, that Huo and Robin would be added to the Golden Token Shop, and as well talking about the fake collab before Anon even said anything. So, pretty good information. Nihilux's playable model will probably be quite a bit different from what we, and I imagine most, were originally imagining. And it's similar in aesthetic to the same as Sparksy, with the Alice in the Wonderland stuff going on. So yeah, if you guys want the exact picture of what they're using as a reference to describe Nihilux's playable design, I'll just put it up on the screen right here real quick. And that's it. That's the video. So we have a little more confirmation, a little more reliability on Ellen and Astra being playable in the future. We have a sneak peek into the characters who might be Finality, and even the Annie main push possibly being Kafka. And then we also have Nihilux having probably a pretty crazy playable model, and I can't wait for the animations because it sounds really crazy. Love you all. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. And peace out.